Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and today I'm going to show you how I bought 20 pounds of fresh breakfast sausage. My butcher makes the best breakfast sausage I have ever tasted. Even my homemade isn't as good. Anyway, we're going to can it up. I did 20 pounds, so I've got 10 pounds that I patted up and put in my freeze dryer. I already did a video on freeze drying my sausage, so I didn't repeat that one. But I got 36 nice sized patties in my freeze dryer. The whole thing's full. And the other 10 pounds I cooked up, and we are going to can it. And this recipe comes from my other book that I love so well, the Complete Book of Home Preserving. And this has got everything from, this has got over 400 recipes in it. Everything from canning jams and jellies and chutneys and pickles to meat and meals and freezing and dehydrating and curing. So everything's in this book. I love it. But that's where our recipe comes out of, and it is meat and poultry. So we are going to use that recipe, and we're going to can the sausage. We are browning this sausage. I got 10 pounds in here. This is my great big enormous 17-inch skillet, and I love this thing. I'd recommend this to anybody who does any amount of mega cooking. But I love it because when I can a lot. So this is perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm just browning this. You don't want to cook this all the way through because it is going to process for 75 minutes in my pint jars. I don't want it overcooked. But you do want to brown it because if you put this in your jars raw, it will form one great big clump, and you don't want that. So we're just going to let this slowly brown, and you will see a little bit of pink in it, and that's perfectly fine, as long as the majority of it is brown. Okay, we're just going to let that brown. See that, how nice that does? I have to get the edges in because my pan is way bigger than my burner. But it does work, and it works nicely. Okay, we're just going to let that go. Let that brown. Okay, I know what I need. Okay. Okay, friends, this is really easy. Let's see. I need to have that back a little bit. Okay, friends, this is really easy to do. You seen I was browning up my sausage. Now, like I said, you don't want it cooked all the way through because it is going to process for 75 minutes. I'm doing pints. You can do quarts. They suggest pints. So, with that being said, we're just going to start filling these. And we're going to fill these. I'm not going to pack them down either. Not at all. We're going to fill these to about 1 inch headspace. And I've got my water boiling back there. I don't have to add any seasoning to this whatsoever because it's already seasoned and it's delicious. So, just put them down in there. Get another little chunk in there. Perfect. Now I'll wind up giving some of this to my daughter for her pantry too. I always do a little extra up for family members, but they love to come to our house and have, you know, sausage and gravy over biscuits. Oh, they love it. So that's why I'm canning this, so that when they come, it's, you know, it's partially done. And all I got to do is thicken it up and make my homemade biscuits, and it's always nice. I need to put a couple more pieces in there. Beautiful. Now I'm only going to can 1 canner load of this. And if I have any left over, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to freeze it. I'm not going to freeze dry the crumbles, because this is cooked and it gets oily. No matter what you do, you're going to have a little bit of oil on it. I mean, even if you rinse it, you're still going to have a little bit of oil, and it doesn't freeze dry well. And I don't want to take that chance, you know, and lose this. So I'm just going to put it in the freezer, and that will be what I use first. Now you can also, come on, get out of there. You can also can this with just water. I'm going to use a little bit of beef broth in mine. No spices though, already seasoned, but just a little bit of beef broth. I'm only going to do it real lightly, so it'll be perfect. Oh, I got a couple pieces I can get down in there. My hands are all clean. Everything is clean. I clean and sanitize everything before I can and after. All right. I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got a canner load right now. This is my last one. Nope, I can do one more. I can do 9 in my canner. So we'll do one more, and then I'll freeze the rest. Okay. I got one more jar in here that I can use for my 9th jar. All right. Okay, now I got quite a bit left, and I'll freeze that all up. I'll put it in, I'll vacuum seal it in my bags, and then I'll have that in the freezer. Okay, I'm only going to put just a little bit, maybe like a ½ teaspoon of my broth in each one of these. Enough. All right. So we got that. Okay, now this is just hot water, so we're going to pour this right over all that 1-inch headspace. Beautiful. You could make your broth up, but this is all I'm doing. It's just easy. That way you're not wasting any broth either, because I wasn't sure how much I would need. So I like doing it this way. If I know I'm going to need a lot of broth, I need to put some more in there. If I know I'm going to need a lot of broth, then I'll make up a pan of it. Otherwise, I just do it this way. All right. Okay, now we're going to debubble these. Let's give them a perfect. You don't want it packed real tight in your jars. They just tell you this one to pack loosely. And you do, you know, you want them, I know some people would do this raw pack, but you don't want to do that because it will just, all that meat will clump together into one big gelatinous mess. And this way, if you brown it, not cook it all the way through, but brown it, it doesn't do that. It'll remain, you know, broke up. So that's what I like to do. Nothing worse than opening a jar of a big gob of mess, gelatinous mess, you know. I think I can put a couple more pieces right in this one. I think I will. All right. Okay. Everything looks good, and I don't need to add any more to that. Now I'm going to move this over here. I'll turn my canner on a little bit because these are warm. My canner's warm, but not as hot as these are. Okay, we are going to wipe these rims off. Because this is greasy. And I know there's grease on these. Okay. Alright. Take your vinegar. Throw it in your canner. We're done with that. Okay, now, this is so easy to can up. And a beautiful addition to the pantry. We're going to center these lids on these jars. And I need one more wide mouth lid. Okay. We're going to put the ring on finger tight. I need another ring. I got the lid and I didn't get the ring. That's how my day is today, friends. Alright, let me grab a ring. Okay. Alright. So there we have it. Oh, that's getting really good and hot. These are going to go in the canner. Okay. All right, so this is going to vent for 10 minutes after it starts to spew steam. You know the routine. And when this is done, when the 10 minutes is up, I'm going to put the jiggler on it. When it starts to jiggle, these are pints, so they need to pressure can for 75 minutes. So when these are done, I'll bring you back and we'll show you just how wonderful they turn out. Okay, friends, these are ready to come out. And I took my lid off and I let them set for about 5 minutes. And look at how nice those turned out. Absolutely beautiful. That'll be nice for a quick meal of biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy. That's what my family likes anyway. They love coming to Mom and Dad's. Sausage gravy and biscuits. And this will make it nice. Beautiful. And the headspace all is good. No siphoning in my pan whatsoever. And that's a plus. Beautiful. So there you have it, friends. That is how easy it is to can sausage. Just make sure you cook it or brown it a little bit first. Otherwise, you don't want a big clumpy mess in your jars. That looks nice. That looks really nice. I'm very pleased. That was a successful canning session. So there you have it, friends. I hope you give this recipe a try. And I'll see you at the next video. And thanks for watching.